Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The channel is all about motorcycling these days, and today for 25 the foot bike I'm going to show you is a 25, of course. 25 what? You can see it's a Triumph. That's right here. Lots of Triumph badges all over on the screen and everything. Now this bike, as you can see, is in yellow. Probably the first yellow bike on this channel, I think. And there's a lot of sparkly bits in the paint. You can't really quite see it here, but I don't know, hopefully you can see it because it's really pretty. And as you could see, today is a nice sunny day, and that's why I'm out here to tell you I had this bike actually for a bit. So this is not an initial ride, and that's actually even better because then I could tell you a little bit more about this bike now after I don't know how many kilometers I've ridden it. Not too many, but I've ridden it a few times. It's very versatile. I've been commuting and I've been riding, and it does both really well. It excels in both these categories, which is probably what you would want in a bike, especially if it's going to be your only bike. Now this is not my only bike, but it is one of the few that I have at this moment, and most of the time I would want to take this. If it's even for lighter duty, I'll take my Monkey. Anything that I want more adrenaline pumping through my veins, then I'll probably take the Street Fighter, or I'll take the Katana. The Katana really is a sweet, awesome bike in that maybe because it's tuned and because it sounds so sick with that inline 4, it just makes you want to ride and ride, and you don't want to stop riding it. As you can see, this bike, it's very easy to ride, and that's probably one of the reasons why it makes it very versatile, because you could commute and you could do things with it, not just ride the bike. Because most of the time you get a bike, it might just be for riding, you know what I mean, like say like a weekend type of toy, a Sunday morning ride type of a bike. But this is not. I assure you this can do a lot more than just that. In fact, it excels in not just a morning ride and it's amazingly versatile. Probably for one of the reasons is that it's very light, it's very agile, and it's, you know, well, what do you want if you want a bike that is able to go crazy on twisty roads, which we do not have in the part of the continent here. We only have straight roads and, you know, right angle turns most of the time. But regardless of that, this bike, you could feel that it, you know, it's very easy to lean and it's very easy going, and it's one of the lighter bikes. Now if you really want power, let's just say this, say your scenario is this: you feel your leader bike is a bit too heavy, they're heavy, but you're used to the power. So my suggestion is, if you really want to experience a lighter bike and you don't feel that everything else is not as important, you know, more agile, easy going, more easy to live with, then by all means, something like this, or this particular bike, the Street Triple RS, is perfect. It's absolutely perfect if you ask me. However, if you're coming from a leader bike, big bikes, big displacements, and you actually don't value the agility as much as you want, and maybe the livability as much as you think you want, then I would encourage you to stay away from this Street Triple RS, even, or RS, whichever. So if you're really keen on having power right here, like turn and go, like go, man, I tell you, do not get this. Now the throttle is easy to feather. It's wire by wire. It's throttle by wire, but it's easy to manipulate, feathering, whatnot. If you want power, like, I mean, it's not like it's lacking, look. But seriously, it's not the same as a leader bike. It's not at all. Those will give you a rush, but it's not even a rush compared to a leader bike. So, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the first scenario. If you want a bike that will replace your leader bike, you get a different leader bike. In fact, I think I've said that before. I'm very partial to Lido bikes. You know, I don't know if I'm biased. I like all bikes, but big, small. In fact, if you watch my Monkey, you know how much I'm enjoying that little tiny cycle. It's super amazing the way it is. Do you think that this bike being, you know, categorized as sporty, as agile, as a do-it-all bike that you could, you know, do track days on, do you think that it's got more power? In one of the ways people categorize sportiness is you got power. Oh, this has got power, okay? But it does not have that much power. This bike is the Triumph 765 Street Triple RS in Cosmic Yellow. Now, in Cosmic Yellow means this bike is the only bike I've owned in my garage that's yellow. And when I first saw this, that's one of the reasons I got it. In fact, it's a dumb reason, but it is the reason I got this. Is because when I first saw the paint, I'm like, I need it. You know what I mean? It's amazingly attractive. See, look, Corvettes in yellow, I like. I've always liked Corvettes, and I've always liked yellow Corvettes. This paint here was super amazing. I'll stop and show you about this bike. Maybe I could try it here. I don't know. I shouldn't even go in here, supposedly, I guess. But anyhow, maybe I'll just do this here. Hopefully it's okay. So I'm going to stop here for a while and show you the bike, because it's, I was saying, it's so pretty. Oh, and I want to mention, like I did mention, you know these black gas caps? I love how they're black. Although this one's got, like, it's not all black, but yeah, it's nice. So let me show you this bike right here before the battery of my video recorder here goes dead. As you could see, look at this. I don't know if you agree, but it looks amazing. Now, this is the only thing that I would complain. Still, after all these years, it's what you call a bug's eye, okay? Like, out of all the other eyes that are doubled, this would be the ultimate bug. Doesn't matter how more aggressive it gotten over the years, it's still quite buggy. I didn't even know that this was actually sparkly too. I didn't know that. Everything is sparkly, and the paint is super awesome. I'm not an expert rider. After just 1-2 rides, this is how much encouragement it's got me. Like, maybe after a season, I get close to, I don't try to go lean a lot, but this bike just lets you lean. This bike tells you to lean, and you're like, yeah, let's do it. Besides that, I was saying, the tank here, this bee keep on coming over. Anyways, this is nice, you know, and this is a key, not keyless, which I like, because then, you know, your key's right here when you need to put gas in the tank. The components are top shelf. Look at this. And you get steel braid lines, you get Brembo style Limas. Even the tire, you know, it's Super Corsa, they're nice tires. All the componentries look good, if not amazing. I mean, you get Olin front, Olin back. Sorry, you get Showa fronts, and you get Olin back. So that's pretty amazing there. All I can say is this bike is just amazing to look at. It's super amazing, I think. So as I was saying, this bike is super pretty, as you saw it. Like I said, if you want something powerful, after a few weeks, this I do not feel will fulfill your hunger for power, as I try to remain under this 40 kilometers per hour route. Super slow. I like it as a naked bike. However, like I said, I may be biased, but I just love sports bikes and the way they look. I want to have the bike that I think looks the best. And I don't know how many tries. Oh, this one awesome bike that I've never actually did a video on, but I had for a few weeks, was the M1000 Single R in white. If I find a picture, I'll show it here. I rode it for a bit. It was great. It was amazing. So then that brings me into the future here. This is going. If you haven't guessed it, with me telling you, you know, how much little power this has, and if you like naked bikes, well, yes, I like sports bikes more. Should have known that. What's coming is I was gonna do the Single R again, because just remember how well that M Single R rode. Might be getting something similar, but not that. So stay tuned for that. But regardless, this bike, if you're looking for naked, if you want one bike do it all, if you want to say, let's say it's more of a value proposition thing, then this bike will be, I would recommend this bike. It's nice. But anyhow, this is about it for this bike. Thanks for watching this video. If you like my video, remember to comment, like, and share. If you think my contents are good, do consider subscribing to my channel. Talk to you all later.